man, this REN guy must really like pig. Almost every video I've seen, he's got a pig mask somewhere in there. Is there symbolism behind the pig or something? I don't understand it. Maybe he's eating pig in this song, since it's called The Hunger. Cause I don't know if you guys saw my quiz on my community tab, but I wanted to see if you guys could guess where I'm from. And I'm from the South. And where I used to, as a kid, I would sit back and I would see my granddad and his uncles raise up pigs until they were fully grown and fat. Then they would have them slung up in a tree and slap them on the side of the table, be like, all right, grandson, what part you want? My cousin come up talking about, I want the brains. And, no offense to the people that, love animals. This was not my decision. This was my family's decision. I just happened to be pulled into it to watch. And they offered me sausage. I'm not going to turn down free sausage, especially fresh sausage. But, getting away from that topic, this is The Hunger, and I'm going to check this out and tell you how I feel about it, and rate it from 1 to 10. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. I really like the exotic sounds he be using in his productions. It definitely catches your attention before the words come in.
Poison in my veins lights a flame in my brain that maintains the pain that may change my frame of mind. Blind, I design rhymes intertwined, double time, genuine Frankenstein. I made a monster. Conquer, music scene, golden ticket, Wonka.
I like how he pays homage, or at least shows respect to all the other US. Even though he's in the UK, almost every song he brings up an artist's name. Kanye, Eminem, Genuine. It's like those were the people that influenced him the most. That was the US artists. I haven't heard him bring up anybody's name from, I don't know if it's from the UK. I mean, of course he has the accent, but anybody can have the accent and be from somewhere else. But I haven't heard him bring up anybody like Stormzy or Labyrinth or Ed Sheeran or Ellie Goldie. That's how you say it. He mainly references other artists that have similar. He has that he shares the similarities from because he was inspired by these guys, if that makes sense.
Lyrics in my belly, I got thunder. Younger, everybody wishes they were younger. The older I'm getting, the more I feel the hunger. Belted like a welterweight, helter skelter, need Alka-Seltzer, alpha, beta, delta. I help you into the fall, I shelter, melt a mind or two with these rhymes. And I find you never felt a feeling like this, feeling me, believing I'm a demon, I'm a devil.
I don't know, the funky vibe that this beat, along with his rapping skills, is giving me, it's like, it reminds me of a Beastie Boys song for some reason.
The game completed every...
I can't remember which song exactly it was, but it's got a Beastie Boy feel, if you know who that is.
I'm a vessel, the spirit's a channeler, on my lyrics I'm a rebel. I raise my fist at anti-capitalistic, pissed I revel. In society collapsing, fantastic, now pump the treble. Tick with the top of the tip of my tongue and talking telepathy. Terrify them with the terrible telekinesis, tantrum, I talk to the enemies. Flowing and flowing and growing and flowing, I the flow like a Toblerone, and I'm feasting and flowing my beast with the flow, then I'm switching it up and I'm taking it low. Kitty with a black heart in the car park by Primark, jamming Django, wine heart, living with a raw star, refine mad to a fine art, Vincent Van Gogh, I start making my mark like Frankie Sinatra, King call me Arthur. And my style is homegrown like growing Cali weed. Don't need no personal trainer, I got trainers on my feet. You know I got the soul in my bowl when I eat. You know I'm staying grounded when I grind up my beef.
Love how an artist switch up the flow throughout the entire song. And each part matches the mood of the point that they're trying to get across in their delivery. I love it.
If you got a problem, my brother, I might just put on some rubber gloves and just choke it till I rupture some blood that just bubbles up, and the bubbles just double up and you struggle. But luck is up 'cause I'm subtle at covering up the trouble. Cover up the crime scene, 1990, that's my scene. My teen years were spent rolling the Thai green. Obscene fiend in a pair of baggy jeans, putting backy with the green. Roll a fatty, dopamine starts flowing. My cerebellum glowing, the pendulum is slowing. I'm swinging and I'm swaying, but I don't know where I'm going. Mind running, Jesse Owens, hallelujah, Leonard Cohen. All the seeds that I've been sowing, slowly growing like trees. I grow, then I preach, scrap that I teach. Teach over beats, to all those that seek. Teach on these streets. Streets can be bleak, but bleak was the place. But I rose to my feet.
That was my favorite part of the whole track right there. I find it funny how in the beginning some people let you think that the whole song's gonna drag on the same way, and then when it switches up and changes, you're like, oh my god, this is awesome. That's how it was for me just now. I was like, this is probably my least favorite out of all those songs I've heard from Ren that he's put out. And then it gets toward the end and I'm like, holy sh! This is great.
That's my scene. My teen years were spent rolling the Thai green. Obscene fiend in a pair of baggy.
I like it how he's using the old 90s flows in this one. It's really cool.
Jeans putting backy with the green. Roll a fatty, dopamine starts flowing. My cerebellum glowing, the pendulum is slowing. I'm swinging and...
Plus he's always using... I love artists that can articulate and use big words. I've always told people when it comes to rapping or, just creating music, I feel like, you know how some artists be like, I got that shit and I got that big and I got that shit and I did this shit and I did that shit and I did that shit, The people who gotta cuss at the end of every bar. I feel like this is just how I felt when it came to creating music myself when I first started out. I feel like the more you cuss, the more lacking of creativity you have. When people have to say the same thing at the end of every bar, depending on what the message is, I feel like you just have a really low vocabulary and you don't really have the knowledge to articulate your point better without, cursing in every bar. I'm not saying that that's taboo and you shouldn't cuss. All I'm saying is, because I've heard Ren do it too. A lot of the most respected artists like J. Cole do it, but if you have to rely on that in every single bar, I feel like it shows a lack of creativity and a low vocabulary. That's just my personal opinion. So when you increase your vocabulary and you're always learning and you know more, it helps you deliver your message better, which is why Ren is connecting with so many people all over the world. But that's my personal opinion, because I've been a songwriter and a producer for 10 years, so my appreciation for music is probably a little bit more than your average person. But yeah.
Swaying, but I don't know where I'm going. Mind running, Jesse Owens, hallelujah, Leonard Cohen. All the seeds that I've been sowing, slowly growing like trees. I grow, then I preach, scrap that I teach. Teach over beats, to all those that seek. Teach on these streets. Streets can be bleak, but bleak was the place. But I rose to my feet.
You notice how he's doing the sound effects with his mouth in the background of that beat? And you notice how he's really vibing and loving his own music? That's one thing I really hate, is when artists put out music that they don't even like. I've had tracks I've made that were good, but if I can't ride around with it in my car for multiple days and play it over and over and over and over and not get tired of it, I'm not gonna put it out. Somebody could run into my session and say, hey bro, that's hard. And they have. That's hard. I love that. You need to put that out. If I can't ride around with it for days and days and days and days and I don't like it, I'm not putting it out. That's just me personally. But I only do that because I care. Plus, in the beginning, I didn't make music for for everybody else. I just made music for me. It was unintentional. It just happened to be unintentional that when I started putting stuff out, it connected with lots of other people. So now I don't just do it for me. I do it for, I'm pretty sure Ren will feel the same way. I do it for me and the people who need to hear the message. But if I were to rate this song from 1 to 10, this would definitely be a 8.9. Would this make my playlist? It might. It depends on my mood. I'd have to listen to it again in the car to get like a super solid decision on that. But it definitely is a really good track. But make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all for watching. Excuse me. And I hope you have a good day. I'll see you later. Peace.